I really need to come up with a better scene than this to just talk for a second. But again, sorry for being late. Like I said, that was way over time. Secondly, happy fucking birthday, Zelda. And I was actually already going to tell you. So, what I'm doing is I have the list in the Twitch page of all the games I have to give away. So if you just scroll down a little, you can see all of those games. So subscribers can choose from there. You don't have to like fish. Oh, sorry. Subscribers can get a free game from that. And since Tweak set that off before I even came up, look, I updated that fucking Logitech and it still does that. Just let me know what game you want, Tweak. And since Zelda recently got a subscription and it's his fucking birthday, you too, actually. So just let me know, and when the stream is over, I will send those your way. And today, I should have already had it here, we are going to continue Danganronpa. Yes, that is what I'm doing. I figure I got games to give away, and it's the whole Subtober situation. September. I'm already thinking it's October. Maybe something we can do here. I'm hot. Like, my house is cool, but I'm dying. Like, I don't know what my issue is. Ugh. But yeah, you guys can just let me know since the chat's not like buzzing or anything, and I'll write it down real quick or message me. As long as you guys don't choose the same game. Oh my fucking god, you guys. Look. It didn't save after the last one. Did it really not? Is this...
Let's begin with a...
I can't even... There we go. Hold on. Maybe I just pulled up the wrong save file, question mark? If not, that's fine. We'll go through this real quick. Since I don't have to watch the tutorial, it wouldn't take too long, question mark? Whoops. Hold on. Go back. Go back. 2017. Yeah, that's it. Fuck. How did I not? Did you notice that Overwatch is coming to the Nintendo Switch? I did not. How? No, I guess I just don't know about playing Overwatch with the controller, so I guess any of them would be fucking weird. I still don't know what the... Did we ever figure out what this does? In case the damage to the opponent when the statement is destroyed? No. I don't know if it actually did anything the last time. Well, you guys are gonna have to sit through this again, my apologies.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone
My game is
besides the
chugging like a
blackened,
motherfucker.
and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Did you?
Of course.
I don't know if I would
Okay,
ever miss him.
Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates.
Okay,
God damn it.
but what about that other empty seat?
Look at the
There were
struggle.
only
Why is my
15
game
of us
struggling so
to
hard
begin
today?
with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now,
Sorry.
let
I
the
don't know
class
why it's so
trial
fucking hot in here.
begin.
It's like this one room in the entire house is fucking 30 degrees hotter than anywhere else. Alright, anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Alright. I think the first couple ones is the one that's highlighted, right?
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place
After
in
this,
the
we'll
forest,
restart the
right?
game. Cause it's
In the bathroom.
struggling fucking hard.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong. Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Maybe it's this in general.
Between
Yeah,
Sayaka and the killer, of
I
course.
don't know. I don't think it's my internet, but my this game is struggling.
So you're saying
I don't know
Sayaka
what's
wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay,
Don't be mean to
what's
Chihiro.
next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
So how's your day been, Tweak? And Zelda, have you done anything for your birthday? Alright, we need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Because it wouldn't be the knife fucking coming out of her chest.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong. No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
Do you got some food? Like you're doing
After
alright,
the murder,
Phil?
we discovered that one of the
That sucks,
knives from
man.
the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Aw, that's cute.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
I kinda wanna see the hoodie, dude. Gotta run, take out the egg rolls. Okay.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Cause I damn well know I'm not the killer.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Yes.
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody...
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the
Makes
knife
sense,
from the
Zelda.
kitchen.
Still, I'm sure it looks cool.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Oh! I was like, gotta run, take out the egg rolls. What does that mean? Gotta run to take out the eggles. I got you. Alright, when I finished my tea, went back into the kitchen to wash my glass. One of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall?
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining
Yeah.
hall, correct?
Now that makes more sense. My bad.
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
God damn him.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief. Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in
He's
this
pissed.
case.
Look at him shaking the corner.
Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No, no way! I swear it wasn't
hot
me!
damn.
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
And nobody
I hate
mentioned
to have
it.
to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's
Me.
right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means
You coulda
we have
died.
airtight alibis.
Just saying.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A
No.
boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
She's wearing a fucking. Well, I guess that doesn't mean anything, but she's wearing a
You are?
female's
Oh my
class
gosh,
uniform.
I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the
Subnautica is
dining hall
funny.
while we were there.
I still want to see
Why
it.
didn't you say so in the
Just
first
saying.
place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking
Sayaka.
about?
She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Oh my! Why is it
I
questioning?
got it!
What's up,
Then-
Bubby?
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
The door's not shut,
That's
silly.
the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight
The
to the
door's
kitchen.
open, silly. Silly bear.
As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely,
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
That fucking.
No,
That face.
you're wrong.
so that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
He possesses a most terrifying talent.
He looks like a monkey. Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the
Here goes
killer.
my girl.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
My first time Man's Gambit. I feel so stupid that I clearly didn't save after we did this last week. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is. It's her. It's her. Oh, fuck me.
Now I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
She posted about that subscriber
Yes.
thing in the
And if I were the culprit, why would I need to
Automated
get rid of all the
messages.
hair in my own room? It wouldn't
Make
be
my life easier.
unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very
What
true,
is it,
very
Dino?
true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
Why are you being cute?
The killer got rid of it all, of course.
Like Leon
To
don't know.
remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Why is everybody acting so damn surprised?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Look at that smirk.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves that is the object the killer broke. The object that the killer broke. I'm funny.
I got it!
Game's pretty loud.
Evidence that the killer had
I
trouble
turned it up
getting
when we
into
were
the
playing
bathroom.
Arcade Spirits.
You're talking about the doorknob, right?
There. Is that better? Or not enough?
The doorknob? What doorknob?
You can get out of here, this dog. He's acting like he can't get out of the room. So he's sitting there whining. He can get out just fine. He's being a brat. Hold on. I pulled my chat down doing that. Alright, good
The
deal.
doorknob for my bathroom.
Let me know if I
It
need
was
to turn it down
completely
more.
broken.
Easy peasy.
See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You
So
still
salty.
don't see? Okay then, let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost said notice it at first, but is that the key point here? 184, yo. No. Alright. Our points are... Oh, just happened to our friend.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Wait. Oh, that's probably wrong.
No!
Oh, that is right. Okay. I panicked.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Yes and no. I fucked up last week, and after we got through this class trial, I guess I didn't save it, and I thought I did. So we've been through this
What are you talking about?
once.
My bathroom door doesn't fit
Gotta
in
get
the
to this
frame
so we can
quite
continue.
right.
So yes, but not this trial.
Monokuma over there can testify to
Also,
that.
hello.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But you have such a cruddy door.
I like how you check to make sure. No spoilers or... Yeah, so... I thought I noticed that about the 16th seat thing.
That's not lucky
What do you mean,
at
Tweet?
all.
Thank you for following. Also right now, with the whole September thing going on, I have a list of games in my Twitch page that I'm giving away to subscribers. So if you decide you want to go that route, you can choose a game from that list.
So the reason the door didn't open
free.
was
Well,
just because it was
for
stuck.
subscription.
But the killer didn't know that and assumed
But
it was
either way,
locked.
thank you for
So
following.
they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. So they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was...
I got it!
Excuse me.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
They're because of Humble Bundle, mostly. Usually I'll buy, like I have the monthly subscription, or I'll buy just one of their random bundles for a game or two, and then I don't want the rest of them. So I have a bunch of game keys that just kind of sit around. And I keep saying, oh, I should do giveaways, and I never actually do them.
What?
Here we are.
Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If
Hold on.
Sayaka had been in her own room, then...
Tweak. Resident Evil. Alright. I will
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and
send
they
that
would
to you
have
after
had
the
to break
stream.
through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
On another note, thank you though for 13 months. That's a hell of a fucking stream.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But
There we go. Look at you guys. Fuck yeah.
the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
Alright guys. You're on there. Right after the stream, it'll be the first thing I do.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Supreme?
That is a
Sorry.
definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
See, yeah, and the only reason those are on there is because I already owned them. Dare had actually bought me Little Nightmares last year to stream, and I just never got around to it. I don't even know where I got Inside from. Probably Humble
Then
Bundle.
Makoto couldn't have done it.
So those are second copies. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Chihiro was so fucking precious.
Well, then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
For serious. Guruman?
Does no one
Do
have
I
any
own
other
it?
thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key
Yeah,
somewhere
okay.
and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Guruman? I don't know like,
I don't
why I
think
haven't
so.
even.
That seems
doesn't
way
even
too
ring a
convenient.
bell.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Sorry, I have a terrible habit of writing everything down because I remember nothing ever.
Negative.
But it's written down
If you
now.
remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
Let him in.
That can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
I would hate Hifumi if he wasn't so fucking funny.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because...
I got it!
I got it!
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh?
God damn it, Twig.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
Okay, so not identifying with, but who's your favorite? Favorite character? All of you. I'm curious.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
We'll have to see how this changes throughout the game. There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil, and these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Who the fuck is Kokichi? Well, little known fact, I used to be an anime supermodel with huge pigtails.
Huh?
Wow, Tweak. I didn't know that
Which
about you.
means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Oh, what about this game? I have all the games in the series now. We'll eventually get through them all.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
Yeah, I don't know who that is yet.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But...
Cause Saya's a bitch. Saya.
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
By Akuya? Look, I kinda like him, but only in like a pretentious Korean drama, like douchebag kind of way. But yeah, Kyoko's.
The note was
She's
likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
She is pale and oh my god.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what
You
young man could
spelled
resist?
pale 2 different ways right there. Oh my
Of
god, you
course,
guys.
I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
2D?
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are
She's
at all
pretty cool
involved
looking.
in what happened.
I just don't know how I feel about her yet.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Hey, whoa. Watch yourself, boy. No
Would you like
spoilers.
to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Make your argument. Okay,
Sayaka
dorm
and
nameplates.
Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
That's
I
okay.
see. So
Shit,
if
yeah,
someone
shit
read
happens
that note,
sometimes. Just kind of
then
keep
they
that in
would have
mind
gone
that
to
we don't know.
Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even
Oh.
if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any
So it should be
connection to
like
what
one.
happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
I don't think so, Tweak. I mean, I know it's because of the dorm
Sayaka and
nameplates. I just
Makoto
don't know.
switched rooms, correct?
That's correct.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it
God, this is
specifically
fucking
says
acting
my
up.
room.
Which is true.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that
No, it's wrong.
Okay, that is the right one. It's fun, that's for damn sure.
The nameplates on
enjoying
my
it.
and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got
That's
switched,
right.
just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other.
Dun dun
So switching
dun.
the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay,
Hmm.
then who did it?
Leon's losing his shit. There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms. Some of those fucking answers are just stupid.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
Ugh. Also, we still gotta finish We Happy Few. Because there's another story after the girl, and they have other little mini stories coming out that I want to play.
So the only other person
just
besides
random,
me
sorry.
who even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would
Morticia
only have
and
written that if she knew
Elvira.
the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come
do you
to the
want,
room she
Enzo?
was in, and also hide the
Good
fact
boy.
that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that,
I got that booty. I got that
we
booty.
first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Look at him. Enzo BB. I really don't think he realizes the bedroom door is open. It's not a bedroom, but you know what I mean. The door to the room is open. He keeps sitting here and whining. God damn it,
We
dude.
figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
You goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Figure it out? Where's the under me? Well, I think he finally figured it out.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
My puppy comes home in, what's today, Friday? My puppy comes home in 6 days.
That reminds me. There
Just
was a
saying.
replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
I got it!
There's gold flakes on it.
All you
Yes.
have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty
Maybe
clear.
he'll use the dog bed I have chilling in the room.
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
See?
Is that gold?
It sure is.
How does literally everyone miss
Specifically,
that?
the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Wow, Taka. Way to go.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
He has no idea.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
They all have no idea. What happened in my room and what led to Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about. No thank you. We did this last week. My bad. Alright, replica sheath, kitchen knife set, replica sword.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
This is it?
No, that's
Okay. I thought so.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Y'all didn't even see the kitchen knife. Like,
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Which means
In that
Sayaka's a
situation,
bitch.
there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes
I'm
this
sorry,
clear.
these are kind of silly. The part of her body that shows she never used the sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would you use?
I got it!
Huh.
You're talking about her palms, right?
I know this is more of a training session, but still.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Yes.
No, that's not it at all.
Oh my god. There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at night. She's afraid of water. It's a regulation.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Does that mean no flushing the toilet either?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower yet.
Yum.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway,
I call people big fat
Sayaka
ugly
never
donkeys
touched the
when I'm
sword,
flirting with them.
and that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have had to have been the one without the sword. The killer had the kitchen knife at their all. Wait, hold on. Did I press one?
Shoot!
Yeah! You embarrassed yourself! I pressed the wrong one. Look, it even tells me when I chose, so I don't choose wrong twice in a row.
Sayaka?
What you doing
She
later?
had the kitchen knife?
That's exactly how it goes too, Tweak.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Oh
Now do you
my!
understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. What? Took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
No, I'm gonna argue it.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Because I'm Makoto. Wanted to on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
Crazy ass donkeys. They're donkeys.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret.
And so, hey, I don't care. You're never do.
If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
Go. Go. No. Here, good job, dog. Good job, dog. Go play. Oh, I didn't go to the room. I'm a fucking idiot.
So all that's why she switched the names?
Oh, that's so cute, Tweak.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
You animals!
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Go play. Go. Go lay down. Alright.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired.
So totally is a vampire. Super. You're right.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her
Is that a
wrist
problem,
got broken,
Tweak?
and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because
Because you liked her?
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument.
It's like Cayenn or something.
You're being
I don't know.
super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you
Wouldn't it be
all just
awful?
because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
It's something like that. Yeah. You can Google it. Is it really all over? Obviously I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Incorrect! Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Does that count?
no, that's wrong.
Oh my god, we have to restart this game so fucking bad.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Yeah, change the subject, Leon.
The dying
Quick.
message. She wrote something on the wall behind her. Remember, 11037. Written in her own blood. There must.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it
I got it!
because
Her
of a
left
finger.
index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
How is Leon?
Sure. I
Right
think
now?
we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still,
From last week or today?
what the heck do those numbers mean? 1, 1,
Who
0,
is Leon?
3, 7?
What do you mean who
Hey,
is
Chihiro,
Leon?
You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's
I just
because
wanna
they're
cuddle,
not numbers.
Chihiro.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but
Yeah, he's the red-haired baseball player.
looking at it now,
Were you
could
here last
also
week?
read it as an N.
Whoa. He might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Wow, Mondo.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
She's fucking done with us trying to figure it out. She's like, I'll just give you the fucking answer. Rotate it. I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
Wow.
So, whose name did she write?
Seriously? Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn a message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Me. Just kidding. That's Leon.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
Ziebler? Muramasa?
If you turn the message around,
What the fuck?
it becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
What does that spell?
L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Just a quinkity.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Totally
that
a
sounds like
quinkity.
one hell of a stretch to me.
Just squiggles that a person wrote in their final moments. Yeah, it didn't actually mean anything.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Yeah, Leon.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right? Ah! Well, technically, I found it in front of the incinerator. I wasn't totally wrong. This one? This?
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece
You're
I
right,
found
just
laying on the
squiggles, my
ground by
bad.
the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Leon.
Is
broken.
one scrap
We're
of
broken.
paper enough to conclude that Leon is guilty.
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine.
I can't move over far enough. Together.
With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Are right here.
I
In
think
front of
so.
me? The burnt remains in the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible.
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
I don't think that's quite how that works, Tweak.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
Obviously.
You need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash.
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Shattered crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
True.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the
Hold on.
trash?
Is that it? No. God damn it. Why do I keep fucking up?
Shoot.
Shut up, Coco. That's fine. It's like 10 minutes.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who
Wow.
could get to the incinerator
Wow.
was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
Here,
in order
maybe
to
this one?
destroy-
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, see, we wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't
Hold
an
on.
idiot and would have saved the
I
last
think
time.
I know how someone could dispose of the evidence
I'm so sorry.
without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
The killer had used the glass ball in a certain way, which was divine with it.
I got it!
That
The
would make
killer
sense.
simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off the last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have
Perhaps.
been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
Sorry, Leon.
The pinpoint
You're a dick.
accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Impossible? You fucking did it.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all for the killer because it would be easy because he was the ultimate clairvoyant.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Leon!
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
What the hell?
You can't be serious.
He's a dick.
I'm not the killer!
We talked about this the last time, Tweak. He had so many opportunities to just walk away. She locked herself in the bathroom. He could have walked away then. No, he did walk away because he went and got his toolbox to unscrew the doorknob.
These
He's a dick.
goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
Shit for brains.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed.
What? No, what? That doesn't make any sense. Hi, creepers.
Now
Have you been,
here's what
bud?
happened.
The closing argument is about to begin. Tweak, are you fucking with me? I can't tell if you're fucking with me or not. Alright, so we have all of these beautiful pictures. So he would have had to have come in the door first, right? He's in the room, she's ready to fight him. He's confused. She tries to attack. He notices the sword sheep thing. Does she drop? No, this is her dropping the knife, yeah? Whoops, that didn't. Okay, so he blocks it with the sword sheath. Hits her, she drops the knife. She goes into the bathroom, the door handle is stuck. So then, or is it this one? Does he attack her? Fuck. Fuck! Clearly she drops the knife here. So it'd be this one instead. Because he's coming after her and then she runs into the bathroom, I think. Okay, so it looks like he's already trying to unscrew the door handle here. The door handle's loose. He's getting all up in there. Oh god, I don't know what this would be. She's dead? Oh, maybe she's writing the letter here. It's already written, so I think so. So Act 3, he finds the lint roller. But then none of this stuff would have happened. Right? The sword and everything, her broken wrist. And then he would have locked himself in the bathroom, she would have gone in there, and then what? I call shenanigans. You are shenanigans. Didn't I use this one as the first one? Why is it still bright? Oh, I didn't put anything there. Oh, fucking moron. Okay, incinerator. Bow. He throws bow. Turns it on, ties it, and then throws the ball in, or the shirt in. And then the little piece falls off. Just like that.
Here's exactly what happened.
I hope.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words,
so wait, did she like open up the the door real quick and then hide behind the corner because she had to have let him in? He can't just open the door. Oh, she can leave the door unlocked. I'm a fucking idiot.
From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
And also, sorry creepers, I feel that on a real level. You've been busy? Is it school or the manager work that's killing you?
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open.
She was probably as confused as the killer was. Like, how was
what
the door
they
not
didn't
opening?
know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily. and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her. But of course the killer had
everybody,
no way
I guess
of
she
knowing.
did know.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence.
Look, my sister quit, so I don't know. It's a job. Question mark. How would I react? As soon as that bitch had locked herself in the bathroom, I'd have shit myself and ran to my room. He did go back to his room because he went back for the Toki. He could have stayed in there and waited for daytime and breakfast and gone and told everyone what the fuck went down. Straight up.
First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area.
I'm not saying that Sayaka, like, isn't the one who instigated this, because obviously she's the one who wanted to kill him first. I'm totally on board with that. I'm saying that he took advantage of that opportunity. So, yeah, it sucks, but also, he went through and killed her.
They wanted to make
Bottom
sure they
line.
got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
Wait, what do you mean
Afterwards,
guess he didn't run out of
The killer
here?
headed to the trash room.
He's gotta
to destroy their
trick
bloody
everyone to
shirt.
get out.
They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a
Zuck.
plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room.
Yeah.
The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch.
What's a parapro?
For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
Blammo!
The crystal ball, thrown with absolute
Fair
precision,
pros.
hit the switch on the
I
incinerator,
fucking hate you.
which then quickly roared to life.
Ah! I had to put down my beer. I was afraid I was gonna spill it after that. God damn.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief.
I imagine.
But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Knock it off! Baby girl.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Leon. Oh, is that what you're going to school for?
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of
Hell
course
yes.
I do! I object, I object, I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Bullshit.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any
Oh,
to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
Am I? I have the evidence? Your first bullet time battle is about to begin.
When the
I don't know,
killer
not at all.
removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it.
I'm sorry. I don't know why but I think Enzo has a rawhide, and Freya's up here putting her head in my lap, and I think he thought she was going after it, so he barked at her. Fucking Christ.
Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
Toolkit. They used something of their own to remove the screws. Could it have been?
Acknowledge you. You're stupid.
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Stupid, 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 stupid.
We broke him. Freya, do you have a cut in your ear? What the hell? Enzo, you need to be gentle. I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. The moment of truth. Oh, this is the dance thing. Oh shit, I don't remember how to do this actually.
You kidding me? Not a chance.
There we go. It's right click.
Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie. Shut up.
Shut up.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance.
My game's lagging.
Stupid. You lie. Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
This should prove it.
You a stupid ad?
The screws on the bathroom
I
doorknob
don't know
were
it,
removed.
so... Oh. Well, you know, if it's a step in your path to move on, then fucking do it. Nobody can hold anything against you when you're trying to move in the direction you want to move, you know?
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove that.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
Oh,
That's
damn,
because the culprit
Pete.
didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Its own,
It had to
dummy.
be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Stupid, stupid, stupid,
Leon,
stupid.
Would you mind showing us your toolkit? The screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid! Stupid!
Sorry, bud.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Hot dog. I got an A. And 79 fucking medals. Sorry, Zelda.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all,
Leonardo.
make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
I don't know my classical art.
Okay, then let's
Yeah.
get excited!
Excited!
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be?
Wrong one.
What's it gonna be?
Did we do it? I know we did it. I don't know why I was questioning it. Looks like you got it right on the money. The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata. Did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
You son of a bitch!
I didn't have a choice. So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
It's just... unlucky. That's all. Hey! Come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? He could have walked away at any moment in that. I don't care. Honestly, I'd be better off if we've been wrong. Because if what we came up with really was the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her, and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped in here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here. Dun dun dun! It was kill or hack down a door and kill her and destroy the evidence. There was no choice. That's my point, Tweak! The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. Oh, my back. To have seen something like that happen to her. And Sayaka, oh to them. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. Don't you bork. And that's why I said, don't you bork. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said,
no matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? Look, it looks like Hifumi's got some fucking pigtails. I guess I'll never know, because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Look at this fool. She's not jumping around anywhere, she was just jumping around. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she's descended into pure madness. Freya! There's a higher level of self. You know what? Leon still has to die. It's the name of the game, mi amigo. I understand, really, I do, yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us, this is all your fault. What is up, Freya? Why you put your head in my lap, huh? Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy at lunch at Monokuma. I get it to an extent.
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it!
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
That was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice, I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing. But you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed the precious Sayaka, do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him.
Huh?
If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens there's that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. I can't read. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Please do it. Damn, Zelda. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Come back to the beautiful fucking artwork. This is so fucking brutal. Fucking beat to death, yo. Hot dog. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Man, my adrenaline is pumping out of control!
I can't take it.
Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
If you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil, you make it sound like I'm some dark, awful, secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you want to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course you can't cut free from the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
Hey, I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there, just like before.
thrills, chills, kills!
That's what everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey.
What do you say, everyone? Who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I've said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. These ding-dongs. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment...
Just a second.
Can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I really want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started, you had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you.
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
But I barely even knew fucking Leon. I forgot his name already. He's dead. He no longer matters. Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Look, we're almost back to where we were, because my dumbass didn't save. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? I'll carry the memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh well, I'm psychic.
What?
Took me 8 seconds to find it. Hold up, I have to see this. No, what the fuck? The tie needs to be fatter. The tie is so big on him. Alright, there's What will it be? Why does this fucking Reddit shit keep popping up on my phone? Like, okay. Yeah, it's not wide enough. I agree. You received the despair bat. Yes. Save. Maybe I hit no the last time. Hold on. We're gonna keep streaming for sure, but I'm gonna pull up a BRB for like just a minute, and then we'll continue, guys.
Will you be my lighthouse, baby? And can you shine your light on me? And can you shine your light on me? 'Cause when my love sets sail, it's always doomed to fail. Will you be my lighthouse, baby? Lighthouse, baby. Lighthouse, baby. Will you be my lighthouse, baby? And can you shine your light on me? And can you shine your light on me? 'Cause when my love sets sail, it's always doomed to fail. Will you be my lighthouse, baby?
I wanted to make you see that you were the one for me, but there was enough 'cause you're up and down and then everything's the same. Baby, how do I make you listen? Don't wanna be through 'cause I wanna put you, baby, you and me tonight.
You guys hear my dogs over there fucking hacking along? Alright, before we continue this though, just a reminder. I fucked up my camera showing you guys my dogs. For this month at least, anyone who subscribes or resubscribes can choose a game from the list on my Twitch page. So that's something to consider for now, this month, I suppose. Maybe next month, depending on how quick these games go, because I need these games gone. They're just sitting in a notepad. And thank you, Zelda. We're gonna go back to rocking this out, hopefully. Can I go to sleep? It's nighttime. I can't leave my room. Enzo, Freya. Hey, go play. Go elsewhere. Go, living room. Go lay down. Don't look at me like that. She's looking at me like that, guys. Anyway. It's gone. She really is gone. It's almost like there was never anything here to begin with. Every last sign of Sayaka's existence has disappeared without a trace. It's like he said. After the class trial, before we took the elevator back up, Monokuma told us...
Uh-huh.
I almost forgot. Since the class trial is all over, I'll go ahead and dispose of all the corpses.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay. No need to thank me. Just seeing your delighted, smiling faces is thanks enough for me. After all, nobody wants to look at a rotting corpse every day. That can't be good for your health. You're probably right. I didn't even have time to mourn Sayaka and Junko's deaths. I'm sure that's exactly why he did it. It's a bad joke, a sickening dream, but I have to accept the reality of it all. Excuse me. I headed back to the dining hall to meet up with the others. At nighttime?
So,
Are you okay?
Listen to me!
You sure took your sweet time. I was about to go get you and drag you back here. What an ass. So what happened? Was your room fixed up like you said? I imagine it would be pretty hard to sleep with a rotting corpse in your bathroom. Funny.
Hey, come on.
Jesus, that's fucked up, man. Why would you say something like that? My room was spotless. There wasn't anything left. Like the whole thing never happened.
I see.
It must be tough staying there knowing what happened. Why don't you just stay in Sayaka's room? Well, staying there with her scent still hanging in the air, that would hurt just as much. Plus, I've decided that I can't turn away from her death. Cheer up. Getting depressed isn't gonna help anything, right? If we all work together, I'm sure we'll find a way out of here.
You got it!
So everyone just try and cheer up and get back on track. I wonder why. I really did fuck up my camera like a mother. Anyway. We were already working together and yet someone was still murdered. Anyone could betray us at this point. Now that it's happened once, it's a question of when, not if, the next one takes place. Yeah, because Sayaka made the first move.
Well...
But if we work together against the mastermind, nobody will have any reason to do something like that. Is she still back there? Yeah, everything's gonna be fine, Zelda.
Stop talking.
Keep telling yourself that. I'll be over here in the real world, working together, fighting a common enemy. Like it or not, it's not that simple. What do you mean?
Are you okay with this?
The mastermind seems to be much more powerful than we ever suspected. They took over Hope's Peak, which was supposed to be well defended, then modified it to fit their desire. They created Monokuma, which seems to be incredibly advanced, and they're providing for our every need. And the cherry on top is the execution we witnessed.
Honestly.
Everything has been planned down to the last excruciating detail. This is not the work of your everyday psychopath. Defying them may be too great of a risk.
So
Then what are we supposed to do? Anyone who truly wants to escape will just have to follow the rules. In which case, the only option is to deceive those around you and win the game.
No.
What?
No what?
I can't take it.
I don't want to live if it means killing someone else to do it. I don't want to kill anyone else.
Huh?
Anyone else? What do you mean?
It's because...
Leon died because we all voted for him, right? It's no different than us killing him ourselves.
But...
So,
if we hadn't voted for him, then we all would have died instead, right? That isn't what you wanted, is it?
So it would seem.
She's right. If you keep that kind of blame on yourself, you'll turn into a full-fledged masochist. Chihiro, listen. You're not to blame. Not you, not Leon, and not Sayaka. The mastermind is responsible for everything that's happened. Eat your veggies. Don't forget to eat your veggies. We had no choice but to vote. I can't even imagine what would have happened to us if we'd refused. And in the end, it was Monokuma who ultimately killed Leon. So don't waste your anger on yourself. Instead, direct it at the mastermind. Bing bong.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and one other thing. It was totally obvious before that you were trying to make yourselves feel better and justify what you did. See you, don't see you, see you. That's about how much I can see you, even when you try to hide.
Don't see you.
Now pay attention and remember this well. The burden of judging others is a heavy one to bear. So be well aware of your actions. Order and stability rely on the sacrifice and responsibility of everyone. Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
I want to see the face of the voice actor who did Monokuma. Real talk. What was that about just now? Was he saying it's our fault what happened? That's pretty cruel, man.
Don't fuck with me.
That piece of shit, who does he think he is? He's there to instigate. What do you mean? You know. And so, the day drew to a close. A tense, maddening day that saw the deaths of 3 classmates, Sayaka, Junko, and Leon. But this is just the beginning. Our despair has only just begun. To bear, every bear, ever, am I... Boys? Boys' Life of Despair? Who the fuck is that? Oh, you can't even barely see this. Who was that? I woke up the next day to Monokuma's normal morning announcement. Then he called us all to the gym. What's he gonna do to us this time? We were practically frozen with fear, but Monokuma was determined to get us involved in his little game. And with that goal in mind, he began it.
Okay,
oh my fucking
lift
God.
your arms up and
Taka's
down.
doing it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now reach way up and bend way down. Tighten those muscles. Let's add a little strength, a little speed to those young bodies of yours.
Doesn't this feel just great? Being stuck inside like this, you gotta make sure you stay healthy. You're the one keeping us stuck inside. Don't sweat the small stuff, that's my motto. Whoa, I sounded pretty cool just now, don't you think? Did you fall in love with me? Am I just to die for? Am I just to die in writhing agony for? I was sorry. Why did you call us here? Certainly it wasn't just to make us exercise. Just to make you exercise? Just to make you exercise?
Hey!
If exercise makes you laugh, exercise will make you cry. Now, if you keep doing these exercises, you will uncover the secret of the assassin's fist. Passed down from generation to generation. In the Empire of Darkness, the power can be yours. That sounds like the kind of junk a middle schooler would come up with. It doesn't matter. Just get to the point. Did you really call us down here just to exercise?
Hey,
Of course not. You think I have that kind of free time on my hands? Okay, so then... I'd like to make a small announcement. I don't know why I said small. Every time you ever come a class trial here at Hope's Peak, a whole new world will open up to you.
What the heck?
A whole new world?
you guys?
It'd really suck if you had to live here forever with nothing new to stimulate you. Besides, I know how you kids get these days with your ADD and ADHD. I gotta keep you motivated.
Very nice.
So go ahead, look around all you want, enjoy the brave new post-trial world till you explode. Okay. With that, Barakuba disappeared, leaving us even more confused than when he'd shown up. But a new world?
Could it be?
Is he talking about a way to get outside?
I wonder about that.
That seems unlikely.
Piece of shit!
Well, we don't know till we look.
Hey,
Name is Gray Ains. Okay, we can look at this. Anus, maybe? Oh my fucking god. Stop, really? Okay. He looks like the kind of person that would have that kind of... God damn it.
You hear me?
Alright, now let's split up and start investigating. When you're done, everyone meet back up at the dining hall and we'll share what we found. You're basically a one-trick pony, you know that?
Got it!
Got it! More like a staple food source. Now let's get moving. Seeing his words as their signal, everyone scattered and left the gym. Alright. Let's see what's new.
What the heck?
Did you see what's inside the display case? Bad. This is super bad, man. What are you talking about? I didn't notice anything at all. Ooh. Anything all that weird in there. Sure, to the untrained eye it's nothing, but this is awful. A bad, awful, terrible trap.
Serious?
That stuff you see lined up in there? Any god could come by and use it to send a message. I've been struck with knowledge. It's an ill omen of total devastation and ruin.
Let me out of here!
I have no idea what he's talking about, so maybe I'll just leave him alone. He's losing his mind. Ooh, you kind of oh, oh, oh.
Got it!
Makoto, look! The gate blocking the stairs is gone. It would seem a path to the second floor has opened up.
You hear me?
But it's also the utmost important to double check the areas we already knew about just in
Without
case.
a doubt.
Aren't I so clever to think of that? I really impress myself sometimes.
You understand?
Well, I'll leave the school to you. Let's go upstairs. The gate that was blocking the stairs has been opened. Is this what Monokuma meant by a whole new world? A whole new world. God damn it. If so, what's up there? Let's fucking find out. This is the second floor of the school. Thanks. There's gotta be something here. There's a pool. Now what is that?
Just a second.
So who's that? Question mark? Oh, I goofed. The guy Link is the writer or something. The current person. Oh. Okay, alright. The person writing is the creepy looking one. That makes sense, because you have to be a little to come up with shit like this, right? Good on him. Alright, guess what I found? A pool. There's a pool here. A pool! You don't have to keep repeating it. I got it. And there's a ton of exercise equipment in the locker room. Sakura's gonna go nuts when she finds out. Yeah, you're right about that. Hina seems way more excited than usual. Good on her. Hey Chihiro, have you checked out the pool yet? No. I don't like wearing swimsuits. Yeah, you do seem like the type who might not be into that kind of thing. But still, it sounds like the locker rooms here have all the exercise equipment you could ask for. Maybe I'll give it a try. I'd kind of like to get a little stronger. You want to get stronger? I'd have to say that's kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
But I'm not even brave enough to step foot into the locker room. You don't even want to go into the locker room? It's not that I don't want to, it's just... I don't get it. Is she afraid of locker rooms or something? It's a pretty weird phobia, though. Okay.
Okay.
The locker rooms connect to a pool. It looks super nice and big and fantastic to swim in. And I'm beyond excited right now. I can't wait to dive in. In fact, I'm getting kind of mad thinking about it. Why are you getting mad? The second floor has opened up, the living area has grown, and the number of facilities are now available. Whatever else is going on, I must admit, things have been made much more comfortable for us.
Do you understand?
If things continue like this, the occasional clash trial may not be so bad. Damn, bro. There are a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf. Oh, got the coin. Someone's being drowned, you think so? It looks like one of those lifesaver flotation donuts. And another coin. Hot dog! You could be right. Is that a real gun? It's not like we're at war here. Why would we need something like that here? Behind this door is the locker room?
Yeah!
Oh, and I guess you need your handbook to get into the locker rooms. Really?
Of course!
Really, really? If you want to unlocker the locker room, you'll have to swipe your personal e-handbook across the card reader next to the door. However, to ensure maximum security within each locker room, only a boy's handbook can open the boys' locker room, and the same goes for the girls. And that's the bottom line. But what if someone opens the door and then someone else sneaks in? Anyone who commits such indecency will be punished without mercy for their scandalous sexual depravity. See, there's a Gatling gun mounted to the ceiling, right? And it'll be all... God damn it. Let's ruin it. They don't like it, but we slip lunch meat and porn under the door. God damn it.
Just a second.
I bet it'd really hurt to get shot by that thing. You're probably right. I think it'd be a little worse than that. But what happens if someone loans their handbook to someone else? A boy could borrow a girl's handbook and that would get them into the girl's locker room, would it not? That never even occurred to me, to think someone could be so low, so cowardly, so devilish. Okay, then how's this sound?
I got it!
Time for a new rule. As of this moment, loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. There, so now nobody can give their handbook to anyone else, right? You like that? I'm kind of a genius, right? It's because my brain is 100% cotton.
Honestly.
I do not imagine anyone would have let their handbook out in the first place.
Is that okay?
After all, they would have likely been held responsible for anything that person might do using the handbook.
So,
But you know, you seem awfully concerned with all this locker room security stuff.
Of course!
It's cause you teenagers are all sex-craved maniacs. You're at that age you'll try humping a plastic bottle? They don't squish well. What the fuck, Tweet? So to keep anything unseemly from happening, I have to maintain a rigorous watch. Then in that case, I would ask that you keep the same close eye on our dorms. If some man and some woman decided to share a room, there would be nothing to stop them. All I care about is protecting the holy image of the school itself.
Yes.
I don't care what happens in your private dorms, by force or by cunning, do whatever you want.
Just the worst.
I hate you so much.
See ya later!
Okay, so the new regulation is now in place. See ya! That stupid bear totally ruined my mood. Maybe I gotta go take a dip to cheer myself up. Poor bottle.
You got it.
as for me...
There's nothing more, or there's nothing I hate more than getting water on my face.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'll pass this time. You're in a funk. There's nothing. When you're in a funk, there's nothing better than a good swim to pull you out of it. I'm pretty sure that only applies to you. Can I go in? I can. Let's start from one side. Damn, boo. Now this is an interesting poster. Obviously someone put this in the school, but is it really okay to have something like this here? I guess so. So it is. Sick on a whole nother level. You're not wrong. This game is trying so bad today. Oh, I can move around? Or was something supposed to happen? Oh, I guess that is moving around. Lockers. Well, I would expect to see that at any normal pool. Can you imagine if all of these were just open windows? Like, it'd be beautiful in here. Hey, Loki! Speaking of new levels of sick, hey, Loki, god damn it. Will, you're not wrong. Fuck! Okay. More classrooms? The baby is sleeping. Oh my fucking god. It was alright. So what did I do? I played it for 2 hours. Most of that was just kind of the setup to the story. So we're definitely gonna give it another stream or two. It was getting kind of funny and cutesy when we left. So it was getting there. We'll put it that way. It just had a very long setup, but a lot of dating sims do. But again, thank you for that game. This must be what he meant by a new world. I should probably take a really close look around. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that on the second floor too, the windows here have those same metal plates covering them. That was the stream after Danganronpa last week. I think I streamed this before I took like my 3 days off. I think. No. Most of the time I don't remember what I'm doing. There's a third floor. I'm gonna get lost. Eventually there's gonna be so much fucking room in here. I'm not gonna know where the hell I'm going. What is this? Library? I feel like you were there at some point, but I'm not sure. Let's talk to my boo. It's remarkably dusty in here, and the lighting is less than ideal. For a library, it's not the kind of place I'd want to do much reading in. I'm absolutely shocked. How come?
Damnation!
They have all these books here, not one copy of any of my works. Well, yeah, why would they have comics in a library? Plus, most fanfic are just porn drawn by a bunch of amateurs. You just don't get it. Not at all. I do, too, get it. With a face like yours, anyone could tell nothing you do is worthwhile. Say whatever you want about me, but never judge a book by its author.
You know nothing!
Now hear this. Appearance means nothing at all. Yeah, I think I kept, like, 3 of them? The racing one sounded pretty cool. And so did the one that looked really pretty. I probably didn't even write it down. Slay the Spire I kept. State of Mind I kept. Sorry, my feet needed to pop. I don't know what you're doing in there. Thanks, Tweak. But yeah, I mean, there's games I won out of this one, so that's an A+. And you should play. Oh, I kept God's Trigger too. We should play God's Trigger. Hello, this is its co-op. I think most of the comics, most of the libraries I go to have comics in it. It's porn. Oh my god. Now hear this. Appearances mean nothing at all. What you see before you is nothing more than the rind that contains the meaty pulp of my genius. My creations are what determine my meaning and value. You're so full of it. I'm used to being misunderstood. You think weak attacks like yours will drop my HP? Those two really worry me. But still, this library is most interesting. What's interesting about it?
Stop talking.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking out loud. You wet bitch. I don't know. Why would you call her a wet bitch? She doesn't like showering. You must be pretty happy to have all these books around, huh, Toko? Not particularly. Nothing's really caught my attention so far. Indeed, there's a plethora of books, it's true, but the content seems lacking.
You know nothing!
Where's the comic books? Where's the young adult section? Comic books? Young adults? That stuff's a waste of time. I've seen what you write, Miss Fukawa. Talented as you are, your stuff isn't any more worthwhile.
What the heck?
My stories are filled with true love and pure feelings. Don't compare them to that garbage of yours. God's trigger. Okay. What is Shady Night? What the fuck did I miss there? Shady Night. I definitely feel like I missed something. Look, I'm fucking typing and shit as I stream. I'm a dick. Oh, was it whatever was at the bottom that I kind of looked at it real quick. That's not what I wanted. My whole computer's struggling. Shady Night down there. Okay. Does that look any good? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that up while we continue what we're doing. Boop. Then I won't forget it. Anyway. Your writing doesn't even mean anything. It's just a bunch of jumbled up letters. Someone should just burn it all. The lady doth protest too much, methinks. I bet you're secretly into boy-on-boy action. Boy-on-boy? I don't care if it's anime or comics or fanfic or whatever. That's all filth. Throwaway culture that'll be trashed and forgotten in half a decade. Just talking about it makes me sick to my stomach. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. You've insulted me and you've insulted my honor. These two are really starting to freak me out. I've never seen anything like it. Okay. The shelf is packed tight with books, but looking at it, the whole thing is incredibly dusty. It looks like this library's been neglected for a pretty long time. As nice as the school itself is, whoever's in charge of upkeep has been pretty lazy. Strange. Okay, I thought maybe I get some hint as to what the books were, question mark? You do have nearly 600 games. Didn't even know you had... I know, I'm like, yeah, I'll play them, and then I don't ever touch the games I bought. Like, I bought the Jurassic Park game last week, 2 weeks ago, and I really want to play it, but I just haven't. It looks like a laptop. The laptop looks pretty old, and it's covered in dust.
So...
It's broken. I tried pressing the power button earlier, but nothing happened. I need to stop moving my camera when my dogs do something cute. That's what I need to stop doing. It's broken, huh? Too bad. I was hoping I could use it to go online and see what's going on in the outside world. If it's broken, there's nothing I can really do about it. Look, you're just gonna name everyone. The shelf is packed tight with books, but looking at it, okay, we already read this. I'm sorry, I'll stop pressing the books. There's something down here though, it looks like? There's a thick layer of dust on top of the desk. It looks like this library's been neglected for a pretty long time. Thank you. Oh, what's this? The shelf is covered in dust, but on the shelf is a letter. What's this? Hope's Peak Academy?
Indeed.
It was buried under a thick layer of dust. It must have been sitting there for quite a while. Well, shall we see what's inside? But we shouldn't read other people's mail without their permission.
Is that right?
What we shouldn't do is leave this here without finding out what's inside. Alright, my bad. I broke the seal on the dusty envelope and pulled out the single sheet of paper I found inside. Well, I appreciate that. I unfolded the paper and read what was written there. From the Hope's Peak Academy Executive Office. Throughout the years, we have been committed to shaping the youth who will one day shape the world. We have a long, proud history as an institution of higher learning with full governmental support. Our graduates enter society ready to take on active leadership roles in every major job field. However, Hope's Peak Academy must now lower the curtain on its glorious history for the time being. This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Hope's Peak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure has been resolved. That being said, this is the end for now, and I would like to personally and sincerely thank everyone for your help and support over the years. For now, we are awaiting official governmental authorization to formally cease operations. What does this mean? That means that the school closed down, and yet, here we are. The contents of this letter are quite interesting indeed. It would seem Hope's Peak Academy had stopped functioning as a school, and judging by the amount of dust the letter had collected, it doesn't seem to have happened recently. If I had to guess, I'd say this letter could be at least a year old. So you're saying Hope's Peak Academy closed down at least a year ago? Most likely, the mastermind took over the abandoned school in order to put on this little performance. But then that would mean it was closed when I got here just a few days ago. But I didn't get that sense at all. Plus, if the school had shut down, don't you think it would have been in all the newspapers and stuff? I mean, you're saying it could have happened over a year ago, right? But before I got here, I looked stuff up online about the school and never saw anything about this.
So, in other words...
That must have been a part of the mastermind's plan. They lured us all in here. Someone who could create a place to judge and execute people could potentially be capable of anything. Of course, that's all assuming that this letter is real.
However,
if it is real though, that does solve one mystery surrounding the school. The reason that I know there's students here could be because the school had already closed down. That would be a nice, simple solution, it's true. But then, what about this other part? Kyoko is easily my favorite. This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Hope's Peak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been resolved. What do they mean by serious issues? That's apparently why the school had to close. Is there any connection between that and what's happening to us now?
no.
If the two events are in fact connected, uncovering that connection would be a useful clue on top of figuring out the mastermind's motive. Although I can't really say any more until we find out more details. So in other words, only the mastermind knows the truth right now. The mastermind's motive. If we can figure out why they would want to imprison us all here, will that be enough to get us out of here? Or... Anyway, now I have a pretty good idea of what's going on the second floor. But I didn't see anything that might lead to any kind of exit or anything. All I can do now is hope someone else found something worthwhile. Okay, I better head back to the dining room. Dining hall. And a 1-year coma? Holy fuck, Zelda.
Listen to me!
How'd it go? Did anyone discover anything new?
Yes, indeed.
There's a library. And a pool. A freaking pool. A locker room is filled with exercise equipment.
Well.
There was not, however, anything resembling an escape route.
I see!
Well, hey, there's no reason to get all sulky. Wait till you hear about my amazing discovery.
Quiet down and listen!
The warehouse and bathhouse on the first floor of the dorms are now open.
You hear me?
And the warehouse is chock full of food, clothes, whatever you want. There's so much, it's insane. So go ahead and stuff yourself to the gills whenever you feel like.
Are you okay with this?
Keep in mind, of course, that going out at nighttime is still prohibited. Please do not forget.
Yo.
Okay, and what about a fucking way out of here? You find anything like that? Well,
What?
there wasn't anything in the
What?
warehouse we could use to get our asses out of here. Nothing? Unfortunately, no, not that I saw.
Hey, come on. What?
Who gives a shit if we have a goddamn pool now, or a warehouse, or whatever the fuck?
Stop fucking around.
We're still trapped in this piece of shit school. We need to find a goddamn way out. Did you hear us say something I missed? Now, there's no point in taking your anger out on us. Adaptation is the key, yes? For now, we must each find a way to enjoy our current situation.
You piece of...
Whatever you say, you fucking loon. For now, let's just continue our investigation and let everyone know if you should discover something.
So then.
So are we done for today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. The air seemed to suddenly grow heavy again. Was this the mastermind's plan? To give us hope just to turn around and betray that hope? Did that bother you?
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m.
She just barked at nothing. Weird.
As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
I honestly think she might have heard the ding dong bing bong thing and thought the doorbell was ringing.
Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
We all promised not to leave our rooms during nighttime. There's not much else to do. I guess I'll just go to bed. You're good, girl. Mr. Monokuma, do you have a second? I don't really like myself. I don't have any kind of skill or hobby I can say I'm super good at. And my grades are totally average too. My reflexes are okay. Not great, not awful. I could get into a decent college where I'd make a few friends, maybe even find a normal girlfriend. Which is exactly why I don't like who I am. I understand that now. My life is just one giant copy-paste. I don't have any imagination. I'm a perfectly average cardboard cutout.
You see what I mean, right, Mr. Monokuma?
Monokuma? Me. I'm going to die next. Nobody's dead yet, right?
Good morning, everyone.
I hope it's Toko.
It is now
Goddamn.
7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine.
Well,
Get ready to greet another beautiful day. Oh, that's right. I wanted to let you know that your e-handbooks have been updated. New regulations have been added, so please take a look and enjoy your school life more than ever before.
that was my phone. Are you sure you don't have? Sorry, somebody's trying to get me to take another puppy. You must be referring to yesterday. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Don't watch the anime. Okay. But right now I need to hurry up and head to breakfast. Okay. You guys aren't gonna like this part. Before we do anything though, we're gonna save because I'm not fucking that up again. But I still have to shower before I go to bed. So this is gonna be the end of this for today. Again, subscribers right now get to choose a game on the Twitch page to take for free. I might be nice. Well, so I was gonna say, what did I miss? I knew. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. But if you'd like to subscribe for this month, there is a list of games on the Twitch page. You can get a free one when you subscribe. And I will... Oh, I was like, I don't know how to do this. Be on tomorrow afternoon with Danganronpa again. So, I hope to see y'all then, alright? Have a good night.
Why does it always seem like I'm moving backwards? Caught up in a dream, everybody's actors. Why does it always seem like people change faces and nothing is real? Oh yeah. And you know I've seen better days. Yeah, you know I've been through some things. Yeah, I've been sending prayers through the roof. Oh, truth. Yeah. Don't need all the answers, just tell me what life is for. One day I'ma wake up with a reaper at the door. Don't need all the answers, just say anything at all. I've been praying for a minute, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, don't need all the answers, just tell me what life is for. One day I'ma wake up with a reaper at the door. Don't need all the answers, just say anything at all. I've been praying for a minute, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, yeah. I've been waiting on your call. Oh, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, I've been praying for a minute, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been so patient with you, don't you know? I've been so down with you, and you know it. You never come around, and I show it. Just give me one chance right now, and I won't blow it. I won't blow it. Oh, and you know I've seen better days. Yeah, you know I've been through some things. Yeah, I've been sending prayers through the roof. Oh, truth. Yeah. Don't need all the answers, just tell me what life is for. One day I'ma wake up with a reaper at the door. Don't need all the answers, just say anything at all. I've been praying for a minute, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, don't need all the answers, just tell me what life is for. One day I'ma wake up with a reaper at the door. Don't need all the answers.